Z-RedRebel!
Hey everybody, Z-RedRebel here, and I just wanted to, narrate this little drawing of mine. So this is for a drawing project I was doing for Intro to Comics, and the assignment was basically to draw out the actions of a script we were given for a sci-fi comic in which the hero would be running from a tentacle monster thing. And then, yeah. So what I'm doing here with this pencil, well, these pens and this sketchbook is, like, I couldn't figure out how to do this really important panel where the hero would be running towards the viewer, so I did a few different sketches and I did a few different recordings, and this was the one that was the most successful because I started inking and I actually enjoyed it very much. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out like how I'm going to ink out the panel exactly, which is why like I'm using like a very different pen for some parts and yeah. And the brush pen I'm using is a very shitty one. It's not exactly what I used for the final piece, but it was enough for basically, I don't know, I guess to, it was enough to get the rough draft done. And yeah, so like I said, I was just outlining, inking out like what I thought, like, hey, maybe this would be an interesting panel, and which is kind of what I hopefully succeeded in doing. And there's a lot of influence from like Star Wars, a little bit of Dragon Ball on the shoulder arm thing, if you can see there, and a little bit of Watchmen on the other arm, just a little tiny bit. And just because like Vegeta's like shoulder armor for scout armor or whatever, and Watchmen because of the shoulder on the right. And then I started doing rough pencils of the final work, and as you can see, this is kind of my process. I start with like a boxy kind of no shape figure, then I just start adding. And yeah, like this is like, I did this, I don't know, I condensed this from like 15 minutes, so this is like really fast for 15 minutes, but basically the entire piece I just wanted to like kind of capture and like get this right. Like I needed him to be running kind of almost in fear, even though you couldn't really see it. You could like kind of tell that this was an important, desperate situation almost. And I think a problem I have with like some of my works is I don't use a ruler too much for panels, or at least I don't do that till I get to the very bitter end of a piece, which can be a problem. And also you can see like a weird thing coming over the character that is like a word effect, like a word effect, like "rawr," like from the monster. So instead of a "rawr," it's like something else. And it kind of jumps off page, and like I kind of goes down into the panel below it. And yeah, so I started recently, just decided using a triangle ruler, whatever you call it, because like, you know what, maybe this will work out, and thankfully it did. It didn't turn out terribly. Like another panel where we get a view of the hero running from like the monster's perspective, which I thought was kind of fun because it offered new possibilities. And here is like the completed version of the first two panels. I was kind of very happy with it. You can see a sound effect is drawn into it. Then there's the second row of panels, and it took me a while to get the texture of the sand, like as you can see right there, and then it's revealed that this is his pet and he lives on the planet, and he named it Spot. So yeah, that's all. That's been all. Thank you for watching. Yeah.